Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. So in today's video I am going to be doing a mid-year tag. This is just where I'm going to be answering a few questions and just seeing how well I'm getting on with my reading so far this year, as we are already halfway through the year, which is crazy to even think about. So let's just get right into it. First question is, how has your reading year gone so far? And I'm going to be completely honest, I feel like it hasn't gone so well, and only because I have been in a reading slump for majority of the year, if not all year so far, and I have read 120 books, which, don't get me wrong, is still good and is still, you know, impressive. I've still read over 100 books, but it just bothers me that like normally I'd probably be at like 250 at least. I don't know, I feel like I haven't read as much as I normally would, and I know it doesn't really matter, but it is a little bit discouraging when like last year I was at like 250, but this year I'm at 120, you know. And like I said, it doesn't matter how much you read. It is annoying being in a reading slump for most of the year and not really enjoying reading all the books that you are reading. That's how it's going so far, reading slump. Okay, next question is, what is the best book you've read so far in 2025? Now I couldn't just choose one, so I do have 4 options, and that is The Nanny Off Limits by QB Tyler. I read this in April and I still think about this book to this day. I absolutely love this book. Then we have Sin With Me. This one just made me feel all the feels. It was so relatable to me and I just absolutely love the series, and I'm so sad that it is over. Then we have Wild Eyes, which is the second book in the series. I can't remember what the series is called, but it's from Elsie Silver, and this is a single dad trope, so of course my favourite within the series. And then I also have a mystery thriller that I read at the beginning of the year called You Used to Live Here, and I love this one because it's so different from what I normally read, and it also has Morse code in it, so you also have like that to find out. I don't know, I really enjoyed this one. What is the best book you've reread so far in 2025? And again, I couldn't just choose one, I have 2, and that is Heartless by Elsie Silver. I at first rated this one 4 stars, and I didn't like realise I rated 4 stars. I honestly thought this was a 5-star read, and then when I reread it and I realised I didn't rate it 5 stars the first time, I wondered what on earth I was thinking at the time of me reading this for the first time. So I definitely really enjoyed my reread of that, and I feel like it did help me with my slump a little bit. Like I wanted to read afterwards, hence why then I went straight into another reread of Praise by Sarah Kate. I'm actually really excited to continue rereading this series, as this series is one of my favourites. I absolutely love it, every single book. Then we have what is the best sequel, and that would be also Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. It's probably the only best sequel that I've read so far. I absolutely love this one, and I think it's because in this one it actually, like with the audiobook, it's great because it actually has singing in it, and that was a complete different experience for me. It was like, it actually surprised me. Then we have, what is a new release you haven't read yet? There are so many. I am so behind on all the new releases that I have actually been really excited to get to and read. I do need to play catch up with that, and again, because I'm reading some, that's why I haven't been catch up with new releases. But 2 of them that I thought of was Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm actually really shocked that I haven't read this one yet, because this is the one that I was really looking forward to. I absolutely love Taylor Jenkins Reid books. I have read all of them except for this one now, so I need to get to it. Then we also have, I think it's called Great Big Beautiful Things by Emily Henry. That is also one that I haven't read, and I know that there are so many more that I haven't read yet, and I need to, like I said, play catch up. So maybe I'll make a video of where I'm trying to catch up with new releases, because I am actually really behind on them. And the next question is, what is the most anticipated book for the second half of 2025? I'm going to be completely honest, right now I don't think I have any. Like, I haven't any on my list, but then again I haven't made a list for the second half of 2025. I don't know what is to be released, if I'm being completely honest, and this is because I'm more focused on the books that I haven't caught up on, like that have already been released. That was my anticipated releases for the first half of the year, so I don't really have one right now. I should probably make a list and look into that. What is the worst book you've read so far in 2025? And there is no doubt when I say this, the first book that I read of this year, Off Limits. This was the worst book I've probably ever read, to the point where I DNF'd it, and I wanted to DNF it pretty much from the beginning, but I kept reading because I was like, oh, it's a short book, it's the first book of the year, I at least want to complete it. And then I got 88% in, and I just couldn't do it. And I was gonna push through it because I was like, I'm only 88% in, but I was hating it so much. Honestly, this book is disgusting, and that's all I have to say. I don't even know why I was trying to push myself through it until I was convinced to DNF it, thankfully. So yeah, this was the worst book ever. And then we also have what is the biggest disappointment of the year so far, and that would probably be the Dexter series, just because I thought I was going to love this so much. It was on my TBR for so long, and I read them and I felt like I was just getting more disappointed the farther that I got into the series. And I wanted to complete the series because I don't know, I had hope that it might get better, but it just wasn't for me personally. And then we have what is the biggest surprise of the year so far, and I would definitely say Phantasma and Enchantra. I thought I would love this, like I knew I was going to like it, but I didn't think I would love it as much as I thought. And especially because it is a romantasy, I thought I would find it like hard to get into. I don't know, most of the time with romantasy I do. It's very rare that I rate a fantasy or romantasy 5 stars. The only one that I ever have from the top of my head is Fourth Ring. So the fact that I rated both of these 5 stars as well, it definitely did surprise me of how much I enjoyed them. And then we have what is your favourite new authors, new to you or debut. That would be Kylie Smith, who is the writer of Phantasma and Enchantra, or Lex Martin, who is a very recent author discovery of mine, and I'm actually currently reading one of their books. But I read one and I loved the writing, I loved the book, it was 5 stars, and it was actually the first book in a series, like the interconnected series, but I'm reading the first book second, and I'm currently reading that right now and I'm loving it so much. So definitely a new favourite author of mine. What book has made you cry so far this year? And I haven't really had a book that's made me cry. If I remember correctly off the top of my head, I could be wrong, but I don't think I have. But a book that has made me feel a lot and like has made me really emotional is Sin With Me, and that is just because it is definitely a hard read. It has so many hard topics, but I definitely found it very relatable, which made it even a harder read for me. But I did really love this book. Didn't make me cry, but it made me feel a lot of emotion. What is the most beautiful book you've bought this year? Now, I do have more than one, but we have Any Trope But You. I would definitely say this is one of the most beautiful ones. I mean, just stunning. Then also we have the special editions of the Chestnut Spring series, and these are like stunning. What other books you need to read by the end of the year? This is a hard one, but whenever I get this question throughout the years that I've done this, I always say my physical TBR, and that still stands. Of course I need to get through my physical TBR. I feel like it grows each time. Like I will read books and then I buy books, and then I read books and then I buy books, and it feels like it's never going down. Sometimes it even feels like it's just getting bigger. So definitely my physical TBR, I need to do better on that. But if I had to be specific with the series, the Addicted/Callaway Sister series, just because this has been on my TBR since it was like very popular and going around everywhere, and I've wanted to read it for so long and I just haven't got around to it. No reason for it. Now why I'm a little bit nervous to go into it is because there has been so much hype built around it, and so much anticipation, because it's been on my TBR for so long. I've been so excited for it all this time and just haven't picked it up. I'm nervous that now I'm not going to like it. So what is your favourite video you've made this year so far? And there isn't one specific video that I feel like that I like on my channel from this year. I would definitely say that the one thing that I really enjoyed doing was my 60 books in 60 days challenge, just because it was definitely a challenge, and I felt like, I don't know, I just really loved having that series going on my channel, and I do miss it every day. Like I wish, well, I don't wish I was still doing it. I think that's what got me really deep into my reading slump. But I don't know, I just had a lot of fun doing the 60 books in 60 days challenge, and I actually do love all the videos that I have on my channel for them, even though sometimes I was slacking with the filming and it felt like it was all over the place. I don't know, I just really do like those videos. But if I had to be specific, it would be the first episode of the 60 books in 60 days challenge, like the first reading vlog. What video do you think would flop but did well? And I'm not going to lie, I thought the announcement video for the podcast that I did with my sister would flop, but it's actually my most viewed video of this year. So that definitely surprised me. I don't know why I thought it would flop. It's just normally announcement videos. It depends if your audience cares enough for an announcement video. So I was definitely shocked when that one got the amount of views that it did. Any upcoming video you're excited to make? And I do have a lot of exciting videos. The only problem is all the exciting videos I have planned I've got to read for, and while being in a reading slump I'm finding it harder, so it might take a while for all those exciting videos to come. But I do also have something very exciting that I plan to do in September. Well, start in September. I'm very excited to start it. Very nervous but also very excited. I'm not going to say anything much more because I do want to keep it a surprise, but very, very, very excited to announce it to you all, what I'm planning for September. And then a final question, any channel goals by the end of the year? And I don't really have many. I would like to say I want to get back on a schedule like I was before, but again that's really hard while I'm in a reading slump. But I would like to get back onto that schedule for myself and for you, because I feel like it might be confusing of when I'm going to be posting right now. Also, I want to be proud of the videos that I make, because I feel like the videos that I've been posting more recently, especially this year, I feel like I'm not really proud of. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm a perfectionist. So each time I post something, I'm never fully happy with it, and I just have to get it through my head that like it's actually an okay video. I don't know what it is. I just want to be more proud of them. And I'm not all for the subscriber stuff, but I think it would be cool if I was to hit 3k subscribers this year, because I did hit 2k like right at the beginning of the year, so I think that'd be cool. But like I said, I'm not all for like looking at the subscribers. It doesn't bother me. So those are all the questions that I have for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and leave this emoji if you're watching to the end, and I hope to see you all in my next one. Bye.